What's up, everybody? How you guys doing tonight? Hi. Hello, hello. I'm lovely. Thank you very much for asking. Good, good. Thanks, everybody, for coming out to the show. This little guy, huh? We talk about that in a little bit. I see the man himself, Faceless, is in the house already. We'll be reviewing this first after Mod News Faceless. So, thanks for coming by the show. So, what do we got planned for tonight? Tonight we have all kinds of fun stuff going on. We got the usual giveaways. We are going to review the Fecta from iHybrid mods from Faceless. And he was kind enough to come by the show tonight, and he'll be answering any questions that you guys might have in chat, anything that I can't answer, which will probably be quite a bit, as usual. We are also going to be reviewing the Swan by Crave, and we are going to review the Gkmf. So that should be fun. Got a little bit of vape mail we're going to talk about, some mod news we're going to talk about, some interesting stuff hit this week. So, and we also have a brand new sponsor. I don't know if you noticed over on the right hand side of the screen there, but Bear Brass Mods is now sponsoring the show. We're going to be doing some giveaways from him, some drip tips, maybe some other stuff, we'll see. So that should be pretty exciting. He'll probably be coming by the show soon too. So yeah, that'll be very, very cool. So another fun giveaway to add to the mix, and we got the usual giveaways, some juice and some fun stuff from RTD and gift certificates and all kinds of other goodies to give away on the show. So, you know what? Actually, hold that thought for 1 sec. I forgot to grab one of them. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot to grab the one of the giveaway items, and it would be helpful if I could show you guys exactly what you're winning. So, anyway, so yeah, that's what we've got on tap for tonight. Like I said, a bunch of new mods that are coming out, have come out, a couple of lists that are active right now. We'll talk about that too. And yeah, why don't we get started? So, let's see. We are going to start off with a giveaway from Alice in Vapeland. So, hey Kevin. Hold on a sec here. So, as usual for the early birds that get to the show, when we first start off, we're going to do an Alice in Vapeland giveaway for everybody that gets here early. This is for a gift certificate for $13.10, which is enough to purchase a 18 milliliter bottle of juice and also pay for shipping. That's if you're in the US. Obviously shipping is going to be a little more outside the US, but this is open to international as well. So very good. So what we're going to do is I'm going to say go in chat, and after I say go, you are going to type a number between, let's see, type a number between 1 and 50, and whoever gets closest wins. So go. Alright, keep them rolling in. Aftermath, what's up, bro? Aw, Sam, aren't you sweet? Alright, I'll give you a few more seconds to get your numbers in. I'll take another vape and then we'll stop. Alright, let's see what we got. 24. I see a 24 from Audi Vapor and a 24 from Sam, who is piffing to Faceless. So we got a roll off. Audi and Sam, when I say go in chat, if you could pick a number from 1 to 10, we'll have a little roll off, and the closest is going to win. Alright, 4 and a 10. Let's see what we got. 2. Sam, congratulations. Which means Faceless wins. Congratulations, man. I'm going to send you my email address in a PM in chat. If you could just shoot me an email response, I'll have the gift certificate sent over to you via email. Congrats, Face. You won because the person who won was piffing it to you. So, congrats. There you go. I just sent you my email. So just shoot me an email, so I have your email address, and I'm gonna send that over to Allison Vapeland. They'll send you the gift certificate. Congratulations, man. All right, cool. Let's see. Let's talk about some mod news. So some interesting stuff hit this week. A few interesting announcements. And a couple of lists that have gone live. So let's get started here. First off, we've got the Zorbas, or Zorbus, or I'm not sure, I never pronounced anything right, but what this little guy is it's a variable watt module. I guess kind of similar to the can, but with a little bit more flexibility, and it's also smaller. Everybody needs piffs. But so it's kind of interesting. It actually goes all the way up to 18 watts, which is pretty cool. It goes from 7 to 18 watts in 1 watt increments. It's also got all the typical protections that you would associate with an electronic device: reverse battery, short protection. It can handle a resistance anywhere from 1 to 5 ohms, and pump out the appropriate voltage to get you to the wattage that you want. So kind of interesting. Like I said, it's kind of like the can, but it's a little more flexible. It's not cheap, but they go for €80. I'm posting the link in chat right now to the store. It's a Greek device, so you'll have to pay for shipping from Greece, but still pretty cool. You know, I mean, it's going to make your battery mod quite long, but not as much longer as the can, and it gives you a little more functionality. So you know, might be something you want to throw on like a an 18350 battery. So it's not going to be too honking huge, but kind of a cool idea. Anyway, that's the link in chat to the atmostore.gr. I think that links directly to the product. So if that's something that you're interested in, you should check it out. What else do we have going on? There is a big sale that started today over on VaporWall. I will post the link for you. Art of the Exhale, also known as Bashik 1 over on VaporWall, has a product sale that started today for 4 products, 2 of which are new to the market. The Hydra V2 pre-sale started. The Promete is in stock, sale starting today, which is, as those who watch my show regularly know, that's my favorite silica atomizer. The Crystal, which is his new 22 millimeter atomizer, and also the Big Ben, which I have not tried yet. I'm very interested to give that a whirl, which is a very large silica device that I think holds 5 milliliters, either 4.5 or 5 milliliters of liquid. So lots of cool stuff going on sale there. If you hit that link, the VaporWall link that I put up there, definitely worth checking out. His products are pretty reasonably priced for high-end devices. You know, they range anywhere from just under 100 to around 140, I think, so which is pretty reasonable, you know, especially when you're seeing atomizers going for over $200 nowadays. So good price, really awesome products. I really like everything that I've tried from him. I would even call myself a borderline fanboy because I really love his stuff. So definitely get on over there and get your name on the list if you haven't yet. So let's see. Oh, hey, what's going on, Bear Brass? You missed me announcing you as my new sponsor, but that's okay. Just by a couple minutes. So let's see. What else? We have the Arrow by Yellow Kiss. This is, if you go to the Team Rampage Mods page on Facebook, you can find, and I'm sorry I don't have a link, you can find the pre-order for this device. This is the Arrow. It is a 17 millimeter atomizer designed by Yellow Kiss, the fellow who designed the Bagawa, which is a really nice 14500 device. I do not believe this is available in brass. I think it's only stainless steel. Yeah, thank you, Naughty. RampageVapor.net. That link he just posted in there. That's the link straight to their website. I think the pre-order should be on there as well. It's also on the Team Rampage Facebook page too. So, but it's a 17 millimeter diameter, so it's designed to match up perfectly on the Bagawa, which is also 17 millimeter. It's 47 millimeters long. 63 including the drip tip, which I believe is gonna come with it. I'm not 100% sure though. Holds about 2.5 milliliters of juice, which is surprisingly a large capacity for such a narrow device. Tanks Pyrex. It's 304 stainless except for the connection points, which are brass. And it's got, I believe, a double 1 millimeter air hole. So, Yeah, and it has adjustable. It has an adjustable drip tip and airflow hole. So I think you can actually twist it to lock the drip tip hole and the airflow hole so that it doesn't leak in your pocket, which is really cool. So very interested to try that. I will be reviewing one in the very near future. It's from Yellow Kiss, the maker of the Bagawa. You can get it on the Rampage Vapor website that Naughty just linked, or if you go on Facebook and look up the Team Rampage Mods Facebook page, there is a pre-order going on right now. I don't believe it is closed yet. Just went live a day or two ago, so you should still be able to get on there. And I definitely would. I will be getting one of these to review because I am a huge fan of the Bagawa. So, let's see. What else? What else? The GBB 22, or the GBB. This one actually might be number 22. I'm not actually sure, but it's a 22 millimeter atomizer. So this is by VaporWall. I believe I pronounced that right. Probably. Well, maybe not. I don't know. This is from the Polish e-cigarette forum. Sadly, I did not find out about this one until after the list was closed. So, we'll have to wait until the list reopens again to get my hands on one of these, unless I can finagle some kind of trade or some such. But it's a 22 millimeter diameter device, 61 millimeters high, steel, Pyrex, 1.2 millimeter air hole. It has a gigantic wick hole on it. It's a 4.3 millimeter wick hole, and it has a removable insulator in it as well. And with the insulator in, I believe it is still a 3.5 millimeter air hole, or wick hole. So it's a gigantic, and will definitely have extremely good wicking. And if you do leave the insulator in, it'll be really, it'll be a very beginner-friendly device, because the insulator does help avoid hot spots and shorts. So let's see, and as you can see, it does have engravings on the center as well. So yeah, that would hold a 1/8 inch stainless rope like a boss, exactly. Yeah, that is pretty big. So sorry, Uncommon Dialogue, I missed your comment. It's that one that I was just showing before is called the Arrow, by Yellow Kiss. So this one is the GBB. Next up, and this one's been out for a little bit, but they're starting to carry it in a couple different stores now, which is kind of why I wanted to talk about it real quick. This is the Cyclone by Vicious Ant. It's a Philippine dripper and or bottom feeder. You can get it in either version. Really, really nice looking. It's 14 millimeter diameter, so it's going to fit in a Rio Mini. Obviously, any larger Rios as well. Looks beautiful. It also, it'll fit in a Vinci and a number of other bottom feeders. If you have one that's a little too wide for, you'll be able to get an adapter for it. So. Yeah, the setup internally is very similar to the ERA. It's a lot nicer looking, though. I at least personally, I think so. But yeah, it does have a lot of similarities to the ERA. The thing I do like about it, though, because it doesn't have a center wick, and the ERA is like this as well, you can adjust the vapor and throat hit by either lining the air hole up directly with the coil or misaligning it some to increase the throat hit. So yes, so very cool, really nice looking. I really like the design of it. So let's see what else. This is pretty interesting. So this is the Versa from Lux Butters. This is, and I'm just going to read you something from the web link that I have from VaporWall. this is going to be available in a 510 atomizer version and also in a hybrid version. It's called the Versa because they tried to make it as versatile as possible. It's 304 grade A2 stainless. It comes with two different top caps, which I think is interesting. So if you see that picture directly below my camera, that's actually what the two different top caps look like. If you look on the right-hand side of the screen, that's the small top cap, and then the top cap you see on the left-hand side below me, that's the large 22mm top cap that fits over the atomizer and also the tank. So kind of cool. So you can either have a one-piece top cap and tank sleeve, or just do the top cap if you want a different look. It's one's a 20mm and the other one's a 22mm. The 20mm one comes with a 1mm air hole. The 22 has a 1.2mm air hole. Tank's Pyrex. It's UWIC compatible. Comes with extra O-rings and nuts and all that goodies. So looks pretty cool. It's going to cost 85 British pounds for the atomizer, and then the entire hybrid, if you want to get the hybrid, is 155 pounds approximately. So I believe the list for the atomizer is up on VaporWall, and the list for the hybrid is up on VapePit. He doesn't have. I don't think both lists are in either location. So, hey guys, welcome everybody that's just coming in the room. So that looks pretty cool. I got on the list for it. I think it looks really interesting. I like the idea of the interchangeable top caps if you want to have a tight draw. If you have a particularly strong flavored juice and you want to loosen the draw a little bit and get a little more vapor and maybe tone the flavor down a little bit, you can pop the larger one on with the 1.2 mil. It's pretty cool. So it's definitely flexible. I get the versatile nature of it. So that'll be interesting. And last little bit of juice capacity on it. I'm actually not sure. I didn't see that in the specifications, Naughty. It looks like probably around 3 mil, but I'm not sure on that. So he might have it listed over on VaporWall at that link I just posted if you want to check it out. Let's see. And then last in the mod news department, we have the Dazi T1. So this guy, I think, looks awesome. There's a lot of different ordering options with this one. It's a little bit intimidating. And you can really, and here's a link if you're interested in checking it out. So I saw this mod pop up on VaporWall, and I thought, wow, this is, a brand new modder I've never seen before, brand new mod I've never seen before, and he doesn't take PayPal. Not a huge deal if it's somebody that I'm familiar with and have dealt with before. I don't mind doing like MoneyGram payments to Art of the Exhale. They're well known. They've been around for a long time. But this guy, I wasn't familiar with. So I checked with Del Boy because I believe he's also from Croatia, and Del Boy was telling me, he's been around for a long time. He's real well known on the Croatian forums, and he just came over to VaporWall. So, he's definitely legit if you had concerns like I did. I'm just generally paranoid about stuff like that. So, definitely check it out. Don't be afraid of sending the guy your money. He's done this. He's been doing this a while. Yep, I've got one on the way, Naughty. Don't worry. We'll be reviewing it soon. And there's a lot of options for ordering this. So the base mod is 316 stainless, and has brass contacts and you can get it in either a matte or a brushed finish, and it's 170 euros. But you can get it, you can get any tube size you want. But then from there, you can do all kinds of crazy stuff. You can get this in different grades of stainless steel for different prices. You can get you can get it in titanium for more money. You can get solid silver contacts. It's actually a pure silver and pure gold alloy, apparently, that he used for the contacts. If you want to do the silver contacts, it's not a plating. You can get a polished finish on it for an extra €5. So I mean, the price on this can range anywhere from a little over $200 all the way up to like $400 if you go crazy with it. So quite a bit of options. Really nice looking device though. I'm actually pretty excited to try it out once it gets here. So we'll see. Could be a keeper. We'll find out soon enough. So, quite a bit of mod news today. And you're just wondering if anybody knows about the new Fecta from iHybrid. You mean this guy? Yes, I am familiar with it. And we will be reviewing it in just a little bit on the show, so stay tuned. Let's see. So, we're going to do another giveaway. We are going to give away not from Allison Vapeland, we are going to give away something from RTD Vapor. Boom. So, we are giving away, if you are not familiar with this, it's one of the best chargers on the market right now, but we're giving away a Nightcore IntelliCharger i4, which is the bigger version that holds up to 4 batteries. It's a really nice charger. A lot of people are raving about it and saying that it blows the X-Tar out of the water. So, very cool charger. If you need a new charger, it's definitely, on par. Most people are saying it's on par with the Pila. So good stuff, and it holds 4 batteries rather than 2. So let's see. Yeah, a lot of people are raving about it, and a couple people actually in chat right now are saying how great it is. So anyway, let's see here. What we're gonna do is I am going to say go in chat. And when I say go, hold on a sec, you are going to pick a number between 1 and 75. When I say go in chat, type the number, one number only. And please, if you have already won tonight, if you could refrain from participating in other giveaways during the show, I'd appreciate that. Just 1 win per person per show, please. So, when I say go, pick a number from 1 to 75 and type it into chat. And go. So good. No, the Fecta is 18500. It is not 18650, unless it comes in multiple sizes. Mine is an 18500 at least. So, all right, get your numbers in. Last minute numbers, please. I'm gonna type stop in chat here in just a few seconds. I don't know, maybe Faceless can chime in. Maybe there's maybe you can get it in different sizes. I didn't know that if you can. So Frank is Fred's brother, Naughty. Frank is the one that's usually locked in the bedroom because he likes to stand in front of the camera even more than Fred does. But we let him out for a little bit yesterday, so. Alright, so. Stop. Let's see what we got. That's the other cat's name. There's two. There's Frank and Fred. Let's see what we have. 51. Alright. Let's see. 51. I see a 49. I see a 53 and a 49. Are there any closer than that? If so, I'm not seeing. Let's see. So it looks like Meridian 2 and Uncommon Dialogue. You guys, just going through one more time just to make sure. But Meridian 2 and Uncommon Dialogue, you guys are going to have a roll off. So, yeah, 32 is the closest. Nice try. So, when I say go and chat, Meridian 2 and Uncommon Dialogue, pick a number from 1 to 10. And go. Alright, Uncommon Dialogue. There we go. Let's see what we got. 3, Meridian 2. Congratulations. And who was it that you wanted to piff this to? To Riffraff. Is Riffraff in the room? Riffraff Vapor is in the room. Alright, awesome. Congratulations, Riffraff. And congratulations, Meridian. Riffraff, I'm going to send you a PM in chat with my email address. What you're going to do is reply or send an email to my email address that includes your shipping address, please. And I will send that on to RTD Vapor, and they're going to send you a brand new Nightcore IntelliCharger. So, congratulations. And yes, nice piff. And you'll see it come across in chat. It looks like all the rest of the chat, except you'll see my name before it. And a little PM note thing next to it. But that's my email address. Just shoot an email off to that with your shipping address. Good to go. So, moving on. We're going to talk a little bit about vape mail. So, just for a couple minutes. I got a couple new toys this week since the last show. We've got one that I'm very excited about. This little guy right here. This is the Mini Bee by Doc Dave. This guy comes with a couple different top caps. You have two different options. You can use a top cap like this that has 4 air holes, 2 over each wick, because this is designed to be set up with a dual wick. Or you can set this up with the other top cap, which has 1 hole over each wick. They're called the tight draw and loose draw caps for obvious reasons. It looks similar to the Mini Micro, which you saw me using on top of the Bagua, which I'm going to review probably the same week that I review this guy. It's got a very small, tight top chamber on it, like that. Holds a little more juice, though. Pardon me. Get the hiccups. And it is also a 16mm device, so this one should be fun. I'm very excited. And this is, like the Mini Micro, it is not a screw top like some of the other devices from Doc Dave. It is a double O-ring cap. seal. So, and as you can see in here, it's set up with the two wick holes opposite each other, and then it's also got the fill hole there. You can see that with the two negatives, and yeah, so that should be fun. I'm very excited to try this out. Actually, that's a lie. I have tried it out. I tried a friend of mine who was one of the beta testers for it. He actually is in the room right now. That's Capone's Pops. I tried his out. It's really awesome. Very excited to play around with this some more. So, hey man, I got the mini micro set up without a problem. I should be all right. It's the same amount of space, right? I do have some pretty meaty hands though, huh? But yeah, I know this thing is like smaller. I can hide it behind my pinky finger. But anyway, so got that. Excited about that. Also, I am excited about this guy. So this is a really interesting device. You know, people have had some opinions about this already, and I've really just been kind of trying to ignore them because, as you guys know, I really don't. I do not watch reviews of a device before I use it, and I try to ignore feedback that people give about a device before I use it as well, just so that I can have kind of an unbiased opinion of it when I go into a review. You know, I mean, there have been a number of devices that I really liked that other people hated because of that, but you know, that's fine. Maybe I'm not as picky as some people, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm really excited about this. This is the Kef. I got on the list for this a while ago. The Kef from Yaya. I don't know if you can see the engravings there. It's a really interesting switch design on this, though. So basically, you fire it the same way that you fire any bottom button mod. You press with your pinky. But instead of the button being on the pinky, the button is actually this part right here. So you can see that collapsing, and so it's the center. So you hold it like you would a bottom, you know, any mod that you fire by pressing on the bottom, but you're actually pulling the top down with your thumb and index finger rather than pressing up from the bottom, which is really cool. Yeah, it's really, really soft. It's a really soft throw. And it's a really short throw, so it's not, you know, I thought that it might be a little weird to use and uncomfortable to use, but it's not. You know, I've seen people complaining about the Switch. Again, you know, I try not to see it, but I'm pretty excited about it. And you can also remove the bottom section here and take the bottom cap off. So if you want to switch from 18650 mode to 18350 mode, you can, and it's a pretty nice compact mod. I mean, you can see in my hand here, you know, I do have big hands, but you know, you can see the bottom there. Not too much of it is sticking out the top, so it's a pretty compact device. And I also like that you know, it's 22 millimeter, but the atomizer itself is 20 millimeter, so you get a little bit smaller top chamber, which is going to help improve the flavor and so on and so forth. And the machining is really, really high quality on this. Like, if you look real closely at this, you can just barely make out where I just screwed those two tubes in together. I don't know if you can even see it. See that little line there? But that's the line, you know, where the bottom, where that extra extension tube screws in. So, you know, it's real smooth, really well made. The machining on it's really top notch. I like the brush finish on it a lot. The engraving looks really nice. I'm really excited to use it. So, and yeah, like Audi said, you know, it functions like a bottom fire, but you don't need a lock. You don't need a lock for it. You know, it's a, you know, a different idea or a different way of getting to the same place that like the Bare Brass mod got with the slightly recessed firing button. You know, a bottom fire that you don't have to lock. This is essentially the same thing, a bottom fire, but you're kind of pushing the whole mod up or pulling the top down, depending on how you look at it. So, pretty cool, very exciting. I am probably going to review this one next week. So if you're interested in checking that out, then come by the show next week and we'll do that review. So that should be cool. I believe it's from Bulgaria, if I remember correctly. So, yep, and that's the Kef, faceless, K-E-F as in Fred, F as in Fred. I don't know why, but this the first of the two F's is capitalized there. I don't know if you can see that, but so anyway, moving on. We're gonna do another giveaway, and then we're gonna review the Fecta. So just giving away all kinds of stuff this week. So this next giveaway, this is going to be the first giveaway that we do on or from Bear Brass Mods, my newest sponsor, which is very, very exciting. That is not his logo. One moment, please. There we go. From Bear Brass Mods, we are going to give away a fancy hand-lathed brass drip tip. Check this little guy out. You see that? Hold on. Let's see if we can get it to focus so you guys can see this lovely little drip tip here. This is a really nice looking drip tip. Nice big air hole on it. Really good airflow. No, I didn't test it beforehand, so it won't have my mouth gunk on it. But yeah, this is a brand new drip tip from Bear Brass Mods. So thank you, Bear Brass Mods, for sponsoring the show and doing giveaways. Like I said earlier in the show, we're going to be giving away some drip tips and maybe some other stuff in the future as well. So very cool. So when I say go in chat, if you could pick a number from, let's see, we'll do 1 to 75 again. So pick a number from 1 to 75 when I say go. Wait until I say go in chat. When I say go in chat, pick a number and type it in, and then we'll get your shipping address, and whoever wins will send this on to you. So, go. Oh man, look at all the numbers. Good turnout for the show tonight. You're a popular guy, Faceless. Alright. I don't believe so yet, Niagara. They probably will be soon. Al, Bear Brass Mods, if you could answer that. Niagara was asking if the drip tips are going to be on sale at some point somewhere. I think for now they might be available exclusively on this show. How crazy is that? So, get your last minute numbers in though. Give you a few more seconds and I'll take another vape. Alright. And... oh, nice. You hear that? These drip tips will be available exclusively as a giveaway on my show. That's awesome, Al. I didn't even know that. Thank you. So, stop. Let's see what we got. And it is 32. Let's see if we got a 32 in here. There's a lot of numbers I gotta go through. Bear with me. Let's see. I see a 36, 31, 32 from Ken. Any other 32s? Does not look like it. Mr. Waka, Waka, har har. I believe that is the only 32. I'm just going to go through one more time real quick just to make sure. Alright, congratulations, Mr. Waka. Congrats. I am going to send you my email in a private message in chat. If you could just shoot me your shipping address, I will get this off to you ASAP, probably tomorrow. Alright. That is my email address that just came over in chat for you, Ken. Congratulations. Awesome. Alright. I'm going to use it before I send it, just FYI. No, not really. Alright, cool. Congrats. So, moving on. We are going to talk about the Fecta. So, the Fecta. Let me run through the specs real quick. So, this device is going to be available soon, possibly this weekend. It's going to be available from LightSig USA. I'm going to post a couple of links in here for you. It's also going to be available from Wild Valley eSigs. I'm going to post that link here in just a second. So it's not the drip tip is not serialized, but this is the very first one that I've given away on the show, Ken. So you have, I think you're going to have, other than ones that Al uses that he made for himself, I think you are going to have the very first Bare Brass Mod drip tip. So congratulations. Let's see. It's going to be available, back to the Fecta, sorry, it's going to be available for $249 is the retail price on it, which is a steal, and I'll get to why it is a steal in a little bit when I talk about the device. So, just to show it to you real quick again, so you can take a look, this is what it looks like. It's a very nice mixed finish. The top cap is brushed. The button is brushed, and the body and the tank sleeve are polished. It's also got some nice engraving on it. So you can see here, it says Fecta. The E is backward because it is a 3, sort of. And there's a reason for that. Think trifecta. So, the device has a... first of all, it's got a removable ground screw inside if you want to increase wicking. It's got it's made of 316 stainless steel. The inside of the tube, and this is really interesting, the inside of the body of the tube is actually coated with silver to increase conductivity. And we'll talk about how hard it hits in a little bit on the show, because it definitely works. It is 22 millimeter diameter, and it has the standard threading that most 22 millimeter diameter devices have. It has like a synthesis-like atomizer as the top part of this as well. It's not quite the same design as the synthesis, but you can use it the same way, and it comes with those extra different size screws and pins that you can use to use this on a different 22 millimeter mod to turn that into a hybrid if you wanted to do so. It has a smaller air hole than the iHybrid. It's a 1.3 millimeter air hole. It has a 2.82 millimeter wick hole, which is larger than the wick hole on the synthesis. It has a reduced top chamber. It has the recessed switch that you've grown accustomed to from the iHybrid, but it's not quite the same. I'll get to that in a little bit. And it does have the adjustable positive battery connection. And I believe that covers the specs. So, let's talk about this device. So I'll you know I'll be honest with you. When I first set it up and I started vaping it, I was absolutely blown away. It's like, I know this isn't the case, Faceless, but and I'm gonna sound like I'm, going all fanboy on you here, but it was like you took the iHybrid and took everything that I complained about with the iHybrid on my show and changed that about the device. So it's not as bulky. It's 22 millimeter. It's actually quite compact. I mean, if you look at this, and this is an 18500 battery. Keep that in mind. There's not a lot of this poking out of the top of my hand here. So, just about the same amount, maybe a tiny bit more than the Kef when the Kef is in 18350 mode. The air hole dropping down to 1.3 millimeter. I've said on my show many times, 1.2, 1.3 mil is my sweet spot. The reduced chamber improves the warmth and the flavor of the vapor greatly. I mean, really, the switch, which I don't, I didn't love the switch, the new switch on the iHybrid, not because I don't like the design or the look or the fact that it's a recessed switch. I didn't like it because I thought it was stiff. This is not at all. It's actually a very soft throw on the switch, and it's a very short throw too. You don't have to push it in very far. Let's talk about the firing button real quick. So the firing button on this is a little bit different than what you're used to on the iHybrid. And the reason why it is a softer throw is because it is a single spring, okay? So, the design looks very similar, but rather than having the... let's see if I can get this to focus in here. Come on, you jerk. No, not going to happen. Let's try it without the hand. Maybe that'll work. Hold on. I'm going to take autofocus off. So, there we go. So, this piece of Delrin right here does not move. It's not a double spring switch. So, it does not have that self-adjusting throw and self-adjusting for battery size like the standard iHybrid does, and that's fine. It's very easy to adjust. It just has an adjustable positive pin. The button, as I said, very smooth. Let's take a look at the engravings real quick. You've got the standard iHybrid logo that you're all familiar with, and then it says Vecta on there as well. And as you can see, the contact point is a brass screw. The body of the device has some slight curves to it. It's got like a contour, and when I saw a picture of it, I was like, I don't know if I love the look of that. It looks much better in person, and it feels great because the way that I typically hold the device, it's actually where my index finger and my middle finger go, or where my where my middle finger and my ring finger go. So it feels really nice in the hand. I like that a lot. Then you have the bottom connection. This is really interesting. I'm not going to take this apart because I don't want to have to hammer it back in. But basically, the way that this works is that brass, you have that brass screw there that's screwed into that little round piece of brass on the bottom there. That little round piece of brass actually pops out. The reason that you can pop that out is because popping that out is how you will remove that to attach the 510 base that will be soon sold for this device as a 510 atomizer. So you'll be able to use this on top of any other 510 mod that you want, which is really cool. So this little brass piece there that this screw is screwed into actually pops out, and it's got like a concave cup in it that presses in and kind of wraps around a screw that's inside there that's connected to the base of the positive post. When I first looked at that, I was like, oh man, that's a lot of points of failure, and it's not going to hit that hard, and blah blah. No, I was wrong. Um, we'll get to that in a little bit. So that's what this looks like here. Then you've got the standard. Well, it's not the standard, but you have a tank sleeve on here, like other iHybrid devices. But this one looks different. It's the 3 dots rather than the standard iHybrid tank sleeve. Hold on a sec. Let me reassemble this guy. I know I'm out of focus, but I'm going to be doing another close-up here in a sec, so bear with me a moment. There we go. Take the tank sleeve off. You can use it without the tank sleeve if you want to, but I wouldn't. And you can see it holds, and I believe it holds about 2.5 milliliters of juice. Faceless, if you want to chime in and correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's about 2.5. And then top cap is held on with a single O-ring, or 2.8. Oh, so it's kind of an ish. It's around 2.8. He says 2.8 question mark. Now, you can set this up a couple different ways. You cannot set it up with a U-wick, but you do not need to. This wicks exceptionally well. You can set it up as a single, or you can set it up as a dual coil, as you can see. Sorry, I'm a little wobbly there. That negative hole, if you do have wicking issues for whatever reason, the second negative screw, the hole is actually drilled all the way through the addy deck, so you can take that out and it will increase the airflow to the juice tank to help increase wicking. So, I did experience some minor wicking issues with the synthesis. Not an issue with this at all. In fact, I would use this in place of the synthesis, to be quite honest, the top from this. So that's what it looks like under the top cap. The inside of the top cap, very, very small. Keep in mind it's a 22 millimeter device, but the atomizer portion of this itself is more like 18 millimeters, okay? Because the 22 millimeter is the tank sleeve, but the atomizer itself is more, like I said, the size of about an 18 millimeter atomizer. So, and the inside of the top cap, as you can see, is reduced even further. So, let's see. I'll pop that back on. And yeah, so that's what it looks like. And not quite as secure as I thought, maybe. Let's see if that's lined on. I guess, and that's actually going to be the only thing I complain about a little bit, Face. The top cap is not quite as snug as I would like to see it. Not a huge deal. You could put a bigger O-ring on there. It's really not any kind of deal breaker, but the top cap isn't quite as snug as I would like. But because you have a tank protector on there, it's not really a big deal, because that's going to help keep it on there anyway. And yeah, I'm actually using the stainless steel rope in this as well. So I'm going to take autofocus off and now talk about this. Here we go. So, how's it vape? It's phenomenal. I think, and I know there's a lot of iHybrid fans that came to the show to see this specific review. There were some things that I don't love about the iHybrid. That a lot of it is personal preference stuff. Like the size and the size of the air hole. There's a lot of people that like an airier draw than I do, and that's fine. This is, in my opinion, this blows the iHybrid out of the water. Absolutely blows it out of the water. The standard iHybrid. It's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal vape. The warmth of the vapor, the flavor of the vapor, it's not even a comparison with what you get from the standard iHybrid and what you get from many other atomizers that are on the market right now. I find that this performs better than the synthesis. I find that this performs better than a lot of other high-end devices. I will say I think this is probably my favorite hybrid that I've tried. And I don't know. That's probably a short list, maybe 10, maybe 15, something like that. But this is the best one. I like it a lot. The vapor production is really good. It's not stupid vapor production like you get from like a 1.5 millimeter hole or larger, but it's really good. Here, I'll take a vape just so you can see. So yeah, I mean, like you can see, the vapor production's fantastic. Now, not only is this an awesome hybrid, and is this honestly, this is my favorite hybrid. Um, it performs better than anything else that I've used. Overall quality of the vapor, flavor of the vapor, how hard it hits, everything, the form factor, how it feels, the way the button feels, everything about it I like. Um, Not only is it an awesome hybrid, but here's the real cool part. And this is why it's a steal for $249, okay? And I don't want to go too much longer with this review just because I still have two other products to review, but I do want to touch on this real quick. So, not only do you have a hybrid with this device, but you also get a 510 mod, okay? Um, you can see the top cap. It's actually a really cool looking top cap design. I like the way the air channels are set up there. Really cool design, kind of Illuminati-esque design wise. The and this has adjustable pin in it just like the top atomizer does. As you can see, it's dual. That screws into a little aluminum pin, so the contact point with the 510 connection is actually aluminum, which obviously has very high conductivity. So yeah, and this is telescoping, as you can see. So basically, you're getting once the 510 connection comes out for the atomizer, which I don't know what kind of time frame we're looking at, but when I talked to Faceless before the show, he told me we're probably going to be looking at somewhere between like $10 to $20 for the 510 connection, probably more like 10 to 15. So for like 265, we'll say $270 with shipping, maybe 275 max. You are going to get a really nice mod, a really nice atomizer, and a hybrid. So that is why I say this is absolutely a steal for the price. So that is why it's called the fecta. That's the kind of the trifecta that you get there. You get an atomizer that you can for now still use as a synthesis, or like a synthesis if you want to. You get a mod that hits really hard, performs really well. I actually tried it with the Gkmf, and it worked flawlessly, no issues. And then you also obviously get the hybrid as well. So yeah. It's awesome. The only and now I'll do my part where I get a little bit nitpicky. The only two things that I didn't love about it, I prefer a brushed finish. Personal preference. And the top cap isn't quite as snug as I would like to see. But again, you can fix that by putting a different O-ring on the top. But everything else about it is just is fantastic. It's an amazing vape. It's really good. So, yeah, if you come out with a brushed finish version with a bigger O-ring, faceless, and I can't, then I can honestly say I don't, I can't think of anything I don't like about it. So. Nice. He will be doing a brushed finish, he just said in chat, so there you go. I'm going to take another vape off of it before we move on, though. So, yeah, that's the Fecta from iHybrid Mods from Faceless. And thank you, Faceless, for coming by the show to help answer questions in chat. Yeah, overall, phenomenal. It's a phenomenal device. I think it's the best hybrid that I've ever used. Like I said, my only gripes, top cap, I wish it was a little bit more snug, and I wish it came in a brush finish, but apparently it's going to be coming in a brush finish too, so awesome. Nice ass. All right, cool. So that's the review of the Fecta. Face, maybe if you could stick around for a little bit longer. I don't know if you're going to be able to stay for the whole show, but if anybody has any questions, you know, feel free to chime in and chat, and he can answer questions for you. So, and I apologize if I missed any questions that came up in chat while I was going over it. But so let's see, what do we got next? Next, we are going to do another giveaway. So, we are going to do a giveaway from Vape Syndicate, another one of my sponsors. We are giving away a 10 milliliter bottle of their juice, your choice of flavor. One of the flavor options is one that is still in beta, so if you're interested in testing one of his new ones, there is one called Onyo Chin. Yes, it's Onyo, O-N-Y-O, Chin. Typing it out in chat right now. There you go, Onyo Chin. It is not released yet, so if you would like to try that flavor, I haven't tried that one yet either. Like I said, it's still kind of, you know, just pre-release. But that is an option in addition to the ones that are on the website. Website is Vape Syndicate. If you're not familiar with vapesyndicate.com, you should check him out. He's got some great juices, and all of his juices have slightly disturbing names. So, check out the website. He also makes awesome drip tips. The drip tips go on sale just about every Friday at noon. They do not stay in stock for very long, so if you want one, you're probably going to have to stock the website. So, anyway, we are going to give away a bottle, a 10 milliliter bottle of juice. Like I said, juice of your choice. Let's see how many we got in the room. All right, we're going to do another number from 1 to 75 for the giveaway. And let's see. When I say start in chat, or I'm sorry, when I say go in chat, please pick a number from 1 to 75. And here we go. Just pick one number, please. Keep them rolling. All right. Get your last second numbers in, please. And when I say stop, no more numbers. Give you guys a couple more seconds, still some rolling in. Take another vape. Alright. And stop. Let's see what we got. And the winner is 39. Let's see if we got a 39 on here. I see a 39 from Richard Terrell. Let's see if we got any other 39s on here. I think that's it. I do not see any more. Let me just run through real quick one more time. Alright, Richard Terrell, that's all you, my friend. Congratulations. I'm going to send you my email address. What you're going to do is go to vapesyndicate.com, pick out a flavor either from the website, or if you want to get that On Yo Chin one that's in beta, you can let me know in the email. What you're going to include in the email for me is the flavor that you want, the nic level that you want. If you want a specific PG-VG ratio, please specify that in the email as well. And make sure that you give me your shipping address. That's the most important thing. And here comes the message from me with my email address. You'll see it come across in chat. So, congrats, Richard Terrell. Way to go. You've got some good juice from Vape Syndicate. If you guys haven't tried the juices from Vape Syndicate, they do, or he does, really, really awesome blends of tobacco and other flavors. So they're very interesting. I absolutely love the Jungle Fever from him. It's actually one of my favorite flavors, and all of the other ones that I've tried of his are fantastic too. He uses all natural ingredients. He's really goes through a pretty rigorous testing process and tweaking on all of the juice flavors, which is why he's only got a few available right now. So really good stuff. Highly recommend it. And yeah. All right, so let's move on. Let's see, what do we got next? So we are going to talk about the Swan by Crave. So the Swan, and yes, this is the one. I don't know if you may have seen my post on Facebook about this, but I referred to this as the Bling mod. This is one that my friend Timu had some custom work done to, not vastly changed, but he had the brass parts plated with gold, and he had the stainless steel parts plated with silver. So yes, it's ridiculous. It's gaudy. It's bling. This used to be, everything that you see that's silver on there used to be stainless steel, and the gold parts used to be brass. So, but it has all been plated now. So the Swan, I think it's. Let's talk about the specs first. So, the Swan is currently available by list only. Crave does this as a hobby, so there are not going to be a ton of these made, but he is going to be making more of them. Putting the link up in chat right now. Oops. What the hell? Let's try that again. Apparently, when I post that link, for some reason, it clears chat. I have no idea why. But, so, anyway, that's good to know. Oh, they're going to be available at Somnium Mods. You know, I had heard that, but then I read something on the Finnish forum that, you know, it was gonna be a while before he does another batch. I'm not sure exactly what the specifics are going to be. So, apparently, they will also be available from SomniumMods.com, which I believe is Somnium-Mods.com. You can find it, though, if you do a Google search for Somnium Mods. But anyway, that link that I posted is the link to kind of his thread over on the VapeFest Finland website. The mod is available in... you can get the individual segments, like the top cap, the tube, the bottom cap, and the switch and the button, all in different materials. The options are stainless steel, aluminum, or brass. You can get it in 18350, 18490, or 18650. The price on it is very reasonable. It's 110 euros for the device. If you want to get additional tubes, they're 19 euros a piece, and 15 euros extra if you want to get polished finish. This is the brushed finish, and like I said, it's been plated. The switch is a dual spring. We'll talk about that in a little bit. It's got, you know, an adjustable positive connection and reverse threaded lock ring as well, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. So, the availability of the device, as I said, you know, they're not available to purchase right now, but he is going to be doing some more. They will be hopefully available for sale on a website. He's going to be doing maybe larger batches. We'll see. But again, this is made by a fellow gentleman that does this kind of more as a hobby than, you know, than as something that he's doing full time or even really as a part-time job. So they're probably going to be kind of hard to get for a while unless he decides to ramp up production. We'll see. Let me take a vape. I'm actually not sure how much. I don't think he's going to make them available with the gold and the silver plating on it. That was actually something that a mod maker that I got this from via trade had done to it as kind of a customization. So this is not technically a stock device, but anyway. So what comes with it is what you see. The device, I also have the 500 tube for this, but I've been using it in 18350. It's very, very compact. There's not a lot of extra material going on here. You'll see when I pull this apart, which I'm actually going to do right now. We'll show you the bottom cap real quick. So the bottom cap on this, very compact, and basically the way that this works is it's a dual spring. So the when you put the device in and tighten down the bottom cap, this piece of Delrin right here, this black Delrin piece, which hopefully it'll focus in and you'll be able to see. There you go. That black Delrin piece actually collapses down, and you can see I'm pushing it down there on one side at least, and what that does is that causes the button to come out, and that, you know, that gives you the button throw. Let's see. So it's actually got two springs. I'm not going to disassemble this, but there's a spring that's pressing up on this little piece of Delrin, and then you have the other spring inside the switch that you're pressing down, you know, when you press down on the button, that's going to fire the device. So you'll see when I screw this in here, if you watch this, as I screw the device in, you'll see the button start to extend once it hits the battery. See, there you go. Now the button's extending, and that's your throw. Okay? The lock switch on it, reverse threaded, so you turn the button and it locks, as you can see. And now it's locked. So now it won't fire. The spring on it is stiff, but not too stiff. So when you put this down, it does not fire under its own weight, which is nice. And then on the positive connection side, you have a telescoping dual adjustable pin on that as well. So let's see if we can get this to focus in. Come on now. Maybe. Ugh. Hold on. Take off autofocus. Alright, so as you can see from the side here, that's a dual adjustable. Basically, you can turn that, what looks like a washer, it's actually like a screw with like a flat disc for a head on it. You turn that, and that pushes the pin up inside the device that meets the base of the 510 connection of your atomizer, and then you can unscrew this little screw right here as well if you want to adjust for different battery sizes. So you have quite a bit of flexibility with batteries. You can use flat top, button top, it doesn't matter, because you have the device automatically adjusts the throw in the switch, and then you also have the ability to adjust it further with the base of the positive connection. There we go. Get that threading right. And there you go. So we'll take the Gkmf off real quick. Hold on a sec. Oh. Just so I can show you what the top looks like. So it's got a dual channel for airflow if you want to use something that does not, something that's not a Genesis. And as you can see, that pin, which is normally brass, is also gold plated in there. I don't know if you can actually tell, but that's the brushed finish on the silver cap there. So fully adjustable. It's, it's for ease of use. It's very, very easy to use. You never have any issues with battery rattle, and quite frankly, it looks even the non-bling version with more standard materials like stainless steel and brass look fantastic. So it's a really, really nice looking device. How does it vape? Autofocus, sorry, hold on. There we go. Let's see. So how does it vape? It's great. It hits really, really hard. Performance on it is fantastic. Now, I didn't get to test a stock version of the device, and I know, and I apologize for that. I typically wouldn't do that, but I had the opportunity to acquire this one. That's the, the gold and silver plated. I had a really difficult time turning that down. So, I got one that was modified, but from what I understand from those who tested the standard device that doesn't have the gold and silver plating, which are very conductive materials, there's very, very little voltage drop. It hits very hard. This one hits extremely hard. I haven't had any performance issues. I mean, you can see the, and I don't have this set up with like a crazy low ohm coil on the Gkmf. You can see the vapor production from it, and this is just a 1.2 millimeter air hole on this. Great vapor, nice and warm. A lot of it's obviously going to be on how you set up the atomizer that you're using on there, but comparing it to other mods that I know are hard hitting, like the the Bare Brass mod Steampunk, which is kind of what I compare everything to. It doesn't hit quite as hard as that, but almost. I mean, it's on par with. As far as the quality of the vape that you get, it's on par with the Caravella and other higher end devices. So functionally it works really, really well. It's and I think this is because it's it's handmade on a lathe. The quality of the machining is maybe just a tiny step below that of like a Caravella, but a lot of that is because, like I said, it's kind of more, I don't know how to put it, it's kind of more artisanal because it's made on a lathe. It's not something that's made on a CNC, so you got to expect a little bit of, not imperfections, but it's not, it doesn't have that like perfect machining look that you see on like a Caravella. So, but pretty damn close, and I think it looks absolutely stunning. And not just this version either. I really, really love the lathe work that's done on the tubes with that that kind of swirl pattern that goes around the body of the device, as you can see. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. You know, it's really simple. No engravings. It's nothing particularly complicated, but I think it just looks absolutely stunning with that. You know, with those grooves that run down the body of the device. And like I said, you know, it vapes like a champ. My only gripes with the device when I first got it, and this may have something to do with the plating, but I heard, you know, that this has been the case with some of the other Swans as well. The button was a little stiff, but I noticed that over the course of the week of using it, it really loosened up. So, oh, hold on a sec. Richard, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send you my email again. Give me one sec. It's gonna come across in chat. I think I sent it before Mr. Clean cleaned up chat, so I just sent it to you. You'll see it come across in chat. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, like I said, my only really issue, it's not really a big deal, like I said, was that the button was a little bit stiff on it. But like I said, it's really softened up nicely, and it's a nice smooth button now. It actually reminds me a lot of the Caravella, you know, which when you first get a Caravella, the switch on it is a little stiff, and it tends to kind of soften up over time. So I really, really like this device a lot. I think it's beautifully made. It's absolutely gorgeous. You know, the availability is limited, so you know, I feel almost you know, privileged to own one of these things. It's really, really nice. So you know, when more of them come out, if you can get your hands on one, I definitely highly recommend it. I mean, it's like a, you know, it's almost like a collector's piece, because it's going to be you know, basically, unless he decides to ramp up production on it, it's going to forever be almost a limited edition type device, because it's produced in such small quantities. So but get your hands on one if you can. I definitely like it a lot. Big thumbs up. So that is the Swan. I'm going to take one more vape on it, and then we're going to do another giveaway. Alright, so moving on. Let's see what we've got next. Who are we giving stuff away from now? We are doing a giveaway from E6 Vapors. So this mod, if you can get your hands on one for retail when they come out, I don't know if the price is going to change when they're available on Somnium mods, but the first run was 110 euros for the device, and then 19 euros for each additional tube, and then an extra 15 euro if you wanted polished rather than brushed finish on it. So, which is around like 140, 150 bucks. So, all right. So, giveaway from E6 Vapors. Yeah, it is actually. The price is very reasonable, especially for such a high quality device. Let's see here. So, E6, we are giving away a giant sample pack from E6 Vapors. So, E6 is giving away 6, not the tiny samples, but the big samples, the 6 milliliter bottle samples, 6 of those. So, whoever wins this is going to get to pick 6 different flavors that they want from E6 Vapors. And you know, whatever NIC and VGPG ratio that you want as well. So, Jedi, you were on it. I was just about to post the link up, but he's got it up in chat for me already. So, if you want to take a look at their website, it's a nice website. They have a lot of really nice stuff on there. They actually carry some high-end devices on there as well. A couple of which I've talked about on the show, like the Megatron from QZI and also the Popular from Kato. So check them out. They have really good juice too. And hey, all right, thanks, Faceless. Appreciate you coming by the show. Have a good night. Let's see. So when I say go in chat, you're going to pick a number from, let's see what we got. We'll pick a number from 1 to 75. And if you've already won tonight, please refrain from participating. And when I say go, pick a number, type it in chat. We'll see who wins. Lots of numbers to sift through. That's okay, Meridian, don't worry. I apologize if I know you and I didn't say hi when you came into the room. I have a difficult time. I'm just noticing a lot of people that I know are posting numbers, and I'm sorry I didn't say hi to everybody, but sometimes I have a tough time following chat while I'm going through the reviews and devices and stuff. So, and there's a lot of people here tonight, so my apologies. Actually, no, I'm just a jackass, and I didn't want to say hi to any of you because I hate you all. That's really what it boils down to. No, no excuse. As my mother always said, there's no excuse for you. That sweetie pie that she was. Or is. That was. Anyway. Let's see. Get your last minute numbers in. I'm going to say stop here in just a few seconds in chat. If you haven't put a number in, do it now. 1 to 75, please. Alright, looks like we got everybody. So stop. Let's see what we got. Oh, nice. Effie got one in just at the last second. And the winner is 30. Let's see. I see a 29 from Matt Yu. I don't see. Let's see here. I do not see any 31s, and I don't see any 30s, and I don't see any other 29s. So. Oh, nope, there's a 31 from Halo Dad. So we got a roll-off. Halo Dad and Matt Yu. Thank you, guys. Alright, so Halo Dad and Matt Yu, what you guys are going to do is when I say go in chat, pick a number from 1 to 10. We're going to have a little roll-off here. And go. Alright, let's see. 4, right on the nose. Halo Dad, congratulations. Sorry, Matt Yu. Alright, Halo Dad, I'm going to send you an email or a message in chat that has my email address. What you are going to do is go to e6vapors.com. You're going to pick out 6 flavors. Put them in the email response to, or put them in the email to me. Also include the NIC level that you want, the PG-VG ratio that you want, and make sure you include your shipping address, and we will get E6 to send those over to you right away. Alright, congratulations, sir. I'm assuming you're a sir because your name has Dad in it, but if you're a ma'am, then congratulations, ma'am. Alright, back to reviews. So, we're going to talk about the Gkmf. So, the Gkmf is from someone named Mr. Frost. He's got a whole bunch of cool stuff that he's working on coming out. He's got another Addy coming out that I believe is going to be a 22mm. He's got some mods that he's working on as well. So there's going to be a lot of interesting things coming from Mr. Frost. Alright, good night, Naughty. Thanks for coming by the show. So, cool looking little atomizer. It's a 20mm. Comes with some fun stuff. I paid a little bit extra to get the extra tank, but you also get an extra little fill plug, which I'll show you here in a second. So I got a little extra tank that I haven't opened yet. This little fill plug. This, which I actually removed, that's one of the little fill screws on the inside of the device, and you actually included a drip tip for free as well. It's a little Delaware drip tip, kind of looks like the TrueFlow drip tips, and they are actually selling those as well over on VaporWall. VaporWall is the place to go if you want to get some more information about the device, or get on the list over there. I think it's still open. So the main body of the device is made of stainless steel, top cap stainless steel. You get to choose the size of the air hole that you want. I got mine with a 1.2 millimeter, but you can get it anywhere from 1.2 to 1.5. Brass contacts. The center pin is brass as well. The insulators are made of PEEK. Screws and nuts are all stainless steel. The tank is Pyrex. It holds 3 milliliters of juice. And then the drip tips are actually Teflon, black or white Teflon that it comes with. It's got 3.4 millimeter wick holes, so they're quite large. And it's actually 20.4 millimeter diameter. All of the holes are threaded, so they all have little threaded plugs that you can remove with an Allen key. And the most interesting thing about this device is under the hood, and we'll talk about that when I take the top cap off. So this is what the device looks like. Let's see if we can get it to zoom in. It's really well made. The machine quality on it is very, very good. It's a nice looking device. I like the rings on the top. You know, it's nothing too terribly fancy, but you know, I think it looks good. It's a nice clean look to it, which I enjoy. And it's got a slight bevel on the top cap as well. So you know, which is nice if you want to use some a different variety of drip tips, like some of the ones that Bear Brassmod makes, where it kind of tapers down. I think it looks really good with that tapered top cap on there. The price for the device is pretty reasonable. It's 80 euros for the Addy, and then it's an extra 7 euros for extra Pyrex tanks. And that price includes shipping, doesn't include the PayPal fees. So, pretty reasonable. Let's see. Hold on a sec. I showed you what it comes with already. Let me show you what the device looks like. First, we'll show you the bottom. As you can see here, it's a brass pin, brass connection on the bottom. Pretty standard. Let me screw this back on here. Memento. Yum. Let's show you what it looks like under the cap. So, top cap, real snug. Gotta give it a good wiggle to get it off of there, which I actually prefer. It's a dual O-ring top cap, okay? Now this is where this little guy gets crazy. So if you look inside at the top cap, it is quite a mess up there. There we go, autofocus, thank you. So there is all kinds of crazy business going on up here. You can set this guy up. Whoops. A little bit of juice. Hold on. Oh, and I got on my screen. Technical difficulties. Sorry. So, you can set this guy up with single wick, dual wick. Hold on. Stupid auto focus again. You can set this up with single wick, dual wick, 3 wick, or 4 wick. You could technically set this up, if you wanted to, with quad coils and 4 wicks, okay? Pretty crazy. I don't see a need to go that high, but you could, if you wanted to. You could set this thing up with 4 separate coils and 4 separate wicks. Yeah, it's crazy. It looks like a Gatling gun barrel. And all of those are threaded. Well, I'll talk about that in a little bit. That's the one thing I don't love about the device, is the threading in those holes. But we'll talk about why here in just a little bit. So, as you can see, thumb screws for the positive post, the screws in the Addy deck For the negatives, the grounds are Allen key, as are those little threaded plugs in the wick holes. So you can set this up a number of different ways. Dual U wicks if you want, with dual coil. You can set up with 4 individual wicks and have them, you know, grounded 2 per ground, and actually set it up with a quad coil. You know, you can do 2 U wicks and do a double coil on each U wick. I mean, you've got a ton of flexibility there. They are not insulated. The wick holes are not insulated. They're threaded, and those little plugs thread into those. So, the quality of the vape that you get from this, even from, actually I'll show you the inside. It's a very thick top cap, and the inside chamber is actually quite small on this. There we go. Hold on a sec, we'll turn off autofocus. So the quality of the vape that you get from this, even from just a single coil setup, is very, very good. The vapor is very warm. Obviously, a lot of this will depend on how you set it up, but I consistently set up my coils about the same ohm. So when you hear me talk about it on my show, just assume that I'm setting it up around like 0.9 or 1 ohm. That's typically where I review devices. So this I have set up, I believe, with a point. It's like 0.95 it came out to on the multimeter. And the vapor is really, really warm. The vapor production is very good, especially for a 1.2 millimeter air hole. I got the smallest option to increase the flavor. The flavor is fantastic from it. I'm sure if you set this up with a dual coil, it would just crush and give you a lot more throat hit and be a really, really warm vape. I didn't try it with a dual coil on it, so... and like I said, the build quality is very good, and it's a really nice looking, well machined device. I actually like the look. I don't know if you noticed the drip tip that I'm using on there actually matches the O-rings. It's got white O-rings on there, and I think the O-rings you can also come in different color as well, but I have the white one. So let me take another vape. Really good vapor production. Like I said, the flavor's outstanding even from a single coil. My only gripe about the device is not going to be an issue for those of you that are advanced vapors, but it might be an issue for someone that maybe is getting into Genesis style stuff for the first time. Because the inside of the wick holes is threaded, you have smaller contact points that can potentially touch the wick on the inside of the wick holes, which makes it easier to get shorts inside the wick hole. So, you know, maybe not a device for beginners. I think most of the people that are watching the show are not Genesis style beginners, so you don't really need to worry about it. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for somebody as a first Genesis, but you know, if you're not new to Genesis style and you know all the little tricks, and you know, and actually I'll mention this right now, if you are someone new that's trying this out, the key to not getting hot spots at the top is to have your wick centered in the wick hole. Most of those are actually caused by the wick pressing up against the inside of the wick hole. That causes hot spots at the top and can give you shorts as well, because obviously, you know, the wick's made of a conductive material, and so is the addy deck. So, but anyway, aside from that, it's a phenomenal device. You know, if you're looking for a lot of options, a lot of flexibility, it gives you all of that. It's got a nice tight top chamber, so you get that really good flavor, and you have flexibility. Flexibility in the size of the air hole to get what kind of draw that you prefer. Flexibility in how you set it up. You can set it up anywhere from 1 to 4 wicks. Like I said, U-wick, single wick, however you want to set those up. It's very, very flexible device, so it can really appeal to more vapors, especially people that are really picky, high-end vapors that have like a specific draw that they like or specific setup that they like. You know, you can get all of them from one device or try different things out with one device and kind of find what your sweet spot is, whether that be single coil, dual coil, you know, different draws. You can get a couple different caps for it if you want with different draws on it, or get the smallest, and you know, I guess you could bore it out yourself if you wanted to. But yeah, so you have a lot of flexibility, which I think is great. So definitely highly recommend the device. It's really, really well made. They're available. I believe the list is still open over on VaporWall. Just go into the modders section and look for Mr. Frost. And you can, I think, still sign up for a Gkmf there. And yeah, and like I said, overall, fantastic device. Highly recommend it. And I'm interested to see what else he's got coming out. Because if everything that comes out is of this quality and at a reasonable price like this is, you know, I'm very excited to see what's in the pipeline. So Gkmf, good stuff. Yeah, definitely a thumbs up. So, all right. So, I'm running a little bit late. That's okay. We're going to do one more giveaway. We are going to do a giveaway from my friends over at Boondock Vapes next. Hold on a sec. Not E6. There we go. So, from Boondock Vapes, we're doing a big sample pack. 4 flavors from Boondock Vapes. It's boondockvapes.com. Put the link in chat real quick. There you go. And Boondock Vapes is here and saying hello. Boondockvapes.com. I've said this before for people that aren't familiar with them. I highly recommend the fruit blends that they have. I really, really like their mango. The cashmere is really good. I like the pina colada. They've got some new flavors up. I don't know if you... I haven't checked. Do you have anything that's come out since the Grape Pixie Boondock? If you want to say in chat, that would be cool. They have one called Grape Pixie that tastes just like a grape pixie stick. So, and like I said, most of the fruit blends I really, really enjoyed from them. So, but what we're giving away is a sample pack with 4 big sample bottles, the 6 milliliter bottles, in whatever flavor that you want. So, let's see how many we got in here. And all right, and we're going to do again. We'll do a number from 1 to 75. Oh, right, I forgot the lemonade iced tea. Which I still haven't tried. Shame on me. But, yeah, they also have the Arnie Palmer lemonade iced tea there. So, and I think you can get whatever PG-VG ratio you need, Cali Jeff. So, when I say go in chat, you are going to pick a number from 1 to 75. And go. Yum. Yeah, Gkmf, really, really good. Yeah, I know I said that already, but I'm still thoroughly enjoying it. All right, keep those numbers rolling in. Give you a few more seconds. Get your numbers in if you haven't already. It's 4 6-milliliter bottle sample pack, uncommon. Alright, and stop. Let's see what we got. 28. Alright, I see a couple. Abstemious. Boy named Stacy. Do we have any others? I think that's it. Alright, so we got a roll off. Abstemious and boy named Stacy, you guys are going to both pick a number from 1 to 10 when I say go in chat. No roll off. Okay. What are we doing, Boondock? 2 winners! Haha, awesome. Thanks, Al. Thanks for coming by. Don't worry about the roll off, guys. Boondocks is going to do a giveaway for both of you. So, congratulations. I'm going to send you both my email address in chat. You'll see it come across in chat. Hold on a sec. Abstemious, you got mine coming real quick. What you're both going to do is you're both going to pick out 4 flavors that you want. And you are going to pick out or send those 4 flavors to me in an email. Let me know the NIC level that you want, the VG-PG ratio that you want, and also please make sure you include your shipping address in the email to me as well. And I will send that information over to Boondock Vapes, who is awesome and just did 2 giveaways. And yeah, fantastic. So thanks, Boondock. That was unexpected. I appreciate it. Great people to deal with. There's the website again. Jedi just posted that. Highly recommend their juice. You should go over there if you haven't tried them. If you haven't won a sample on the show, go spend some money over there and get a sample pack for yourself. So thanks again, Boondock. Alright, so we've got about 10 minutes or so left, so I'm going to open it up for Q&A. Yeah, so open format. Any questions that you want to ask in chat. If you had a question earlier and I might have missed it in chat, you know, chime in again and post it, and I'll try to answer it quickly. Questions about any of the devices that you saw on the show tonight. Questions about, you know, anything, you know, Genesis or rebuildable or mod related, anything like that. I'll do my best to answer. So, fire away. Oh yeah, what do you have coming out, Boondock? Can you reveal it? Is it a big secret? Thoughts on the iGo-L? I think it's a pretty good. That's the dripper one, right? Yes, that's the. I get the iGos mixed up. Yeah, the iGo-L is actually very similar to a Nimbus. It's a borderline Nimbus knockoff, and you know it's a good dripper. The Nimbus is. I haven't tried the iGo-L, but they're very, very similar. So I would assume that it would be a decent vape, but again, you know, I haven't tried one, so I can't really speak to it specifically. But you know, like I said, if it vapes like a Nimbus, it's going to be really good. But I don't know if it does. So. Sorry. So the auctions. You know, I don't know. What do I think of the vape auctions? I don't love the idea of you know, people buying mods just to turn around and sell them for profit. You know, I'll be honest. I actually, I never did any crazy vape auctions like that. I did a couple of auctions where I gave some of the money to charity not too long ago. I don't know if anybody saw those. I did a couple auctions in Mod Trader where I gave some of the money to the Jimmy Fund, which is a children's cancer research. Um, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like to some extent it's kind of taking advantage of the rarity of some of the devices. I mean, if people have the money to spend it and they want to spend it, okay. But I don't know. I feel like morally, I do have issue with running vape auctions and making profit off of devices just because you were either quicker with your F5 button and then somebody else, um, or maybe have time to stalk VaporWall or Vape Pit for lists and stuff that other people don't. So, you know, I don't want to see it get shut down, but I don't personally participate in the vape auctions myself. I don't know if you guys see stuff that I post. I generally try to keep it to retail or a little bit over, just to cover PayPal fee and shipping. Whenever I post anything, like I said, I posted a couple auctions not too long back, and gave some of the money to charity. And then there was one other time that I posted something for make me an offer because I needed the money desperately. But yeah, I'm not a wealthy person, and I buy a lot of mods, so I don't get this stuff for free. So I got to fund the show somehow. But yeah. Anyway, that's kind of my take on it. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, yeah, seeing like Caravella's going for $1,500, I think that's crazy. I mean, I know why when people are willing to spend the money on it. It's a beautiful device and it's difficult to get, but I don't agree with selling it for that price. If you've got the money and you want to pay that much for it, that's your prerogative. But the person selling it for that much, I disagree with that. But anyway, yeah. I wish, Jedi. Honestly, I do it for you guys because I have my sweet spot. I have my sweet spot vapes. Like I have my favorite mods and I have my favorite addies and I have the setups that I love that I would use as my daily driver if I could, but I don't because I do this for you guys. I do this for the community. The whole reason why I put myself on all of these lists, even though I'm not a wealthy person and I have to sell the stuff after I use it to buy more stuff, is not because I'm addicted to buying mods. It's because I want to have devices to review on the show so that I can give you guys feedback and tell you when something sucks. The vast majority of the high-end stuff I do like, and a lot of the differences between the devices are personal preference. But yeah, it's all for you guys. It's all for the show. I've got my couple devices that I love that are my keepers, and most of the other stuff, like I said, I sell for what I paid, plus a little bit extra to cover shipping and PayPal fees after the show's done. So, my desert island vapes, my favorite mods. Well, I have to say I have a new favorite hybrid, and that's the Fecta. My favorite mods are the Caravella and the Bear Brass mods. Really, really like the Swan. It's a real close behind that. Um, Also, really, really like the Diablo hybrid. That might be better for a desert island because it's easier to set up, and I think it would be probably difficult to oxidize or torch mesh on a desert island. Uh, and that one's a lot easier to set up, and I probably would get, I don't know, if I were stuck on a desert island, I'd probably get more frustrated with shorts and hotspots a lot easier. Um, and then for addies, really, really like the pretty much everything from Art of the Exhale. I mean, the Promete is my favorite silica addy, and the Hydra is still my favorite. Is still my favorite all-time Genesis Addy. So, yeah, there you go. Let's see. Yes, thank you for all the sponsors and everyone that does giveaways on the show. I appreciate it. As hopefully I remember to say every time we do a giveaway. I don't know if I do. Let's see. I do not have a solar panel charging rig. Maybe I should get one though. Oh, I don't know. You know, Fred actually didn't come by at all tonight. I think this is the first time he hasn't shown up on the show. Where is he? Freddy, where are you? Come here. There he is. Oh, it's Frank. It's not Fred. You want to say hi? Come here. Oh, no, he doesn't want to say hi. He came over for pets, but he didn't say hi. So, yes, Stacy, that was actually, so I had, I don't know if you missed the Fecta review. I only had 2 gripes about the Fecta. One was that I wish that it were available in a brushed finish, and Faceless actually said on the show that it is going to be available in a brushed finish. The other thing was I found that the top cap was not as snug as I would like. You know, you can fix that with a bigger O-ring. Maybe he'll put a bigger O-ring on there, I don't know, but that was really my only 2 gripes. Other than that, I absolutely loved it. So, let's see. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Let's see. Alright, I think I covered all the questions, and we've run out of time. It's about to hit 10 o'clock. So, if you have any last-second questions you want to get in before we wrap it up, great. Otherwise, it's 10, and I'm going to call it a night and send out some winning prize emails and head to bed. So, thank you guys for coming by. I appreciate it, as always. It's good to see everybody. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you were not aware, and I'll post this real quick in chat, I have started, so my replays are up on the vapon.tv website, but I have also started posting the individual review segments on my YouTube channel. So if you don't want to go back and watch an entire 2-hour replay, or you don't want to scroll through the video trying to find a particular review, you can go to my personal YouTube page, which the link is right there. It's youtube.com/BigMikeTheHillGiant, all one word. I've got all of the reviews posted as individual videos there. They all range from 15 to 20 minutes long, and they're all basically just cut from the live show. So I'll get a copy, you know, so I'll be doing this every week from this point on, where I'll get a copy of the show and post the individual reviews on my own YouTube channel, probably by the end of the weekend after the show. So, all right, very good. Thank you guys very much for coming by. Have a wonderful evening, and yeah, I love you all. Have a good night.